Majesty, and accompanying Bugidi has titles all around the world. Is the Bugidi Justice of the PDP, Chief Mike Ayegbeni, truly Your Majesty. He's also a son of the palace.
Your Royal Highness, the Ogeneni of Uzariland, we are here to pay you a courtesy visit on the occasion of our rally in Uzariland. But first, let me congratulate you that on the occasion of the fact that 4 years ago, when I came to see you to seek your royal blessings, it was not in this location. Clearly, 4 years on, I can see remarkable progress from the throne in Uzariland. This is quite remarkable, especially when you understand the relevance and importance and history of the Ogeneni of Uzariland in the politics of Edo State. So for us as a government, it is a thing of joy with the expansion and progress in this kingdom. This election is going to be very, very significant for the politics of Nigeria. This is the first election that is being conducted since the outbreak of COVID-19. And as you all know, COVID-19 has changed in a very dramatic and sudden way the way the whole world now interacts and thinks. So for us as a team, myself and our deputy, as we go about our electioneering campaign, the most important thing to us is the safety of our citizens. I know you have done a lot of work in this kingdom in trying to educate and communicate to your citizens the dangers of the COVID-19. We would like to implore you to help us to continue to do more, particularly in the risk communication, letting people know that COVID-19 is real. And even though many people will have it and not show any symptoms, but it could be quite devastating for people who have underlying medical conditions and people who are a bit old. This election, Your Majesty, we are going around from ward to ward because of COVID-19 and because we really want to reach our people. We are not assembling them as we used to do in one central location. We are moving from one ward to the other so that we can reduce the number of people that gather together at any point in time. It is also affording us the opportunity as we go from one ward to the other to see the people, to meet with them, to understand what their requirements are, and for us to also see what we have done in the last 4 years for them. This is very, very important, and I don't believe it has been done in the politics of Edo before. Because when a governor comes to a particular ward or a community to campaign, nobody will tell him tomorrow about the problems in that community because he will have seen it himself firsthand. We are facing an uncertain world, but there are certain things that are clear. That as we move ahead in this country, rural communities will now be more important. The country does not have money to continue to import the things it used to. So we will have to produce them, particularly food and agro-based items. That is where this link between government and the traditional rulers and the community needs to be strengthened. Uzaire has a lot of land. Uzaire has population. And our goal in the next 4 years is how to make Uzaire land, this area, a major economic center. All the elements are here. You have the land, you have the people, then you have the institutions. You have a university, which we set up, which we are supporting to produce the required manpower. You have the electricity. You have a gas connection around here. So by the grace of God, when we get the mandate for the second term, one of the key things we will be leaving behind is to create a master plan for Edo State going into the future as far as the year 2050, 30 years from now. Because when we came into government, we didn't meet anything. We have just been grouping this, in terms of our policy options. But by the time we are leaving Osadebe Avenue in 2024, by the grace of God, we will deliver to you a master plan, very, very comprehensive master plan for Uzaire land, and in fact, all of Edo State. But we will, it will be a master plan for Edo State, but every district, every area will have their own specific plan, so that by the grace of God, in your reign, we'll be able to work with you to show you a direction of where Uzaire land will be going, how it will develop, the direction it will take over the next 30 years. And for a monarch like you, I believe that is the greatest gift we can give. Because by the grace of God, you'll be here, your reign will be long, and you'll be able to lift your people and make Uzaire land what the Almighty always intended it to be. We are here this morning to seek your prayers as usual, to seek your royal blessings, and to help us ensure that there is peace and there continues to be peace in the land. For us, the most important thing in this election is to make sure that we do not have violence. This is a contestation. We are going to people to ask them to give us their mandates. So we will not be party to anything that will hurt or injure our people. We'll urge you to continue to pray for peace and to admonish our citizens that there's nothing like peace, because without peace, there cannot be progress. I want to thank you for receiving us this morning, and also to ask you to thank your son, my deputy, for his unparalleled loyalty and support to me in this administration. There is no doubt in my mind that he's a true Uzaire son, a true warrior, and he has displayed all the values of a real Zaire man. Once again, on behalf of my delegation, I thank you most sincerely for receiving us.
The Executive Governor of Edo State, current and forthcoming. The Deputy Governor, Disabled Deputy, and Uzarwe Lionheart Man, Honorable Philip Shaibu. We welcome you all other protocols observed. And for the fact that the former presidential or president chief of staff is following you all over the place shows the character you are made of. As your forerunner spoke, as the president that spoke before you, we know him very well. And I know he's a spokesman and he is very eloquent in all those areas. We have heard what you have said. And we have heard what you have told the Guinean as his Council of Chiefs. Yes, it is true. That we have heard of your pedigree. We have heard that you were the backbone of the last administration during the Oshomole. He has campaigned for you already. We have received the campaign. And we have heard of the development that is currently going on in Benin. Well, we are not surprised because Benin City is like a city room in somebody's house. That is where you first visit. Nobody will find out what is happening in your bedroom. It's what you see in the city room that will indicate what you be in your bedroom. We thank you very much for your developmental strides that we have heard of. Yes, Uzarwe is specifically unique in this election. Unique in the sense that our son is your deputy, and we thank God that you rightly told us of his unalloyed loyalty to you. We thank you very much for that. Yes, we used to have two positions. We still have some positions. So they will do that. They will interpret that one to you later. So we have our son here, who is supporting you, NSB, and we are supporting him. We cannot afford to lose two positions at a go. One is already gone and is gone. The correct one, we have to hold it tight because it's what you put in your head. This one who does also. We are very happy that you are happy with our son. And because of that, we are all unitedly decided to give you 100% vote. Yes. Thank God that you are going around, or like the other people that will centralize their campaign in one place. Thank God that you are going from word to word. You are seeing for yourself the development. You are seeing where it is remaining. You are seeing where you can add and what you can add to it. We thank you for that, and we are sure that in our specific case, our son will be able to tell you the nook and cranny of the place and what is lacking in those areas. Etsako, in general, we are both people. We can afford to say anything, anywhere, and do it how we want to do it. We are in your support, and we will give you the enabling support and the necessary powers for you to go to the Osadebe House again next session. We thank you for coming, and I learned that the Ugineni, we have a reward for you because of what you have done for us and what your son, your deputy. If you go around the community, you will find that some third rows are going into some people's bedrooms, particularly in Chatuye. So we need more of it, and we encourage you to please, when you now are sworn in the second time, remember to come back again to come and tell us thank you with some projects. Thank you very much. I will bless you. I will pray that God will lead you there in Jesus' name. Thank you very much. Thank
Ogona igobano orokia mama zo no de kala oyi ma orokia omo ora robo bitu ma kola boa akokola ya bitu ala obitu a ari yo ogona ti amu afọ na wo na ya abu kwa me abu kunu e mo ya abu ile kala ko na no gwa mi ba wora bi ogwa me gbere kala ka agwa ko na ru ogwa me gbere ase gbe ogona do iri ama ogona de mamo ya wa re ko ono abia ne wora ro mo ge oya ono chono ti no ro so mo afa ado gbogbo ateka gbe ado gbe ware ado oza ro na lesiona wora za iso ako agbegbe anwegbe ifo na wo na ya ari o na ari ane mo mo ta la wo sa oro choro si no re kama we go noge fatia
This company, they want to buy one of the supplements.
I want to welcome you to Zaire, one of the most populous community in Edo State and the largest in Edo North. And as you earlier said before, without being told, you know your deputy governor is from this domain. It's my son. I don't want to talk too much, but based on what you've done in your past 4 years, which I believe you've done so very well in terms of infrastructure developmental project, I believe you've done well in Edo State. And you know your son is my subject. I cannot afford to lose anything this very moment. As you all know before, this man, Chief Michael Gadume used to be my father while I was growing up. We grew up in the same street. His first son was my best friend, up till 19, my best friend. Then Chief Danobi is a family friend. The reason why I'm saying this is that you have good men around you. You are home, they are all my family. And I promise, Uzari people will give you 100% vote. I would also like to make some appeals, like the Uzari market in your next government is very bad. I want your government to upgrade the market to a modern market. You know, I'm not Oliver Twist, but I will always ask for more. In terms of roads, I would like you to do more for my people, Uzari people. You know, we like your government, I won't lie. The way you do your things, we like it. You must not share money, but your good deed will speak for you. And all we need is prayers. Prayers, grace, get close to God. Whatever you want, you'll get it. Inshallah, you'll get it. Right now, I will ask one of my chief to give you a special prayer.
say Jita governor ogona za me kona ke pina ogese ogona ja boroli ogona ja le de makia ase gbe ogona do ori ama ogona mara e ka lo kuto chi ri na fia e ka lo kuku chi ri na fia ase gbe ogona do zaru ya ama ogona ke ma iso ni wona no wo so ya ogona gbe nu te ka ti ba do gbe ma ka ti ma do gbe ma o a ke ko ni party na ogona do ko ori ama ogona lo sa re mo afa o a re ba so mo afa to to je gbe wo ye o ini ya na ko ogona ka zo ya de moto re ka zo ya mi ko e ba ma ko ko wa ro na re ane bi ro ka ti ara ki na fi Amin, ṣe máa fi ìwé ìtàgé tá ìwọ̀n fún ìwé ọgbà ìjọba níta ìjọba tá àwọn ìlú àmàlà ọ̀gbìn kọ́ láti náà lè bí ìkàrí ọ̀nà tí ọ̀nà tí wọ́n lè ká àwọn àríọ̀bọ̀ náà rẹ̀.
Your Excellency, based on what you have done, I would like to confirm yourself and your deputy with chieftaincy title.
He has been honored. Yes. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Wait and see. Are they surprised?
Traditional title is the only children of Israel.
Yes, sir. Who the God of Tuzu? Yes, the God of Tuzu. Who the God of Tuzu? Yes. I know children now. Now God give you. Yes, my deputy. The deputy. Yes, so. Oh!
Your Majesty, the village here of the Excellencies, the Olushi of Uzarwe.
Yes, so. Oh, no, sir, you work at sea. Oh, no, sir, Your Excellency, sir. God bless you.